Alright, so the Samsung Galaxy A12 is one of Samsung's most cheapest and simple phones while offering some mind-blowing features. Let's get straight into the review. So the white A12 that I have here is made of plastic and has a striking pattern at the back, which definitely sets it apart from other phones at this price range. It also has a nice funny texture, which a bit of ASMR right now. Of course, the material choice will make this phone feel a bit cheap. It is plastic, it's not like a mixture of glass and metal, so that is something to think about. Because I have the white color and the sides are plastic, scratches won't be extremely noticeable unless you are specifically looking for them. The overall phone does have a bit of weight to it, coming up to 205 grams, but this is because of the massive battery in this phone, which we will be talking about a bit later on. We've got the volume rocker and the power button on the right hand side of the phone. The power button also acts as a fingerprint scanner, which I actually really love. The fingerprint scanner is overall very responsive, and all you have to do really is just press the button and you are already into the phone. It's as if there is no lock at all. And guess what, guys? We get a headphone jack. Yes, a headphone jack. Even though we are going all wireless, Samsung got a little bit of money and added a headphone jack. The display is a 6.5-inch 720p LCD display. It's not the greatest smartphone display out there, but looking at the price, you can't really get past it. And even though it is 720p, we must bear in mind that the iPhone 11 was also 720p. So yeah, there's not much complaining to do. Resolution could be 1080p though. There is a bit of color shift when you do look at the display from an angle. The Samsung AMOLED displays are definitely much better, offering much better colors and a better contrast. As this is an LCD panel, you're not going to get the deepest blacks as the pixels are still going to be on. This isn't noticeable in a nicely lit environment. However, if you are in the night or if you are in a dark environment, then you will notice that yes, this is an LCD panel and not an AMOLED. Instead of getting a hole punch display, we actually get a teardrop notch on the A12. And the overall bezels, in my opinion, are pretty thick. The chin, especially at the bottom, is thick, and I don't think they really need to be. This may just be me because I have been looking at many smartphones with extremely thin bezels and aggressive screen to body ratios. However, this is a budget phone. We are not seeing an aggressive screen to body ratio. Bezels are pretty thick. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. It will really help out the channel in the future too. The camera on the A12 also shows what you are paying for. However, we do get 4 camera lenses. Yes, 4. But 2 of them, I guess, really don't count. Samsung just wanted to add onto the spec sheet. So they added a 2 megapixel macro and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. No, Samsung, we don't need this. You could have put this money into making a better display or maybe a better build quality. But 2 megapixel macro, what? Let's talk about the main sensor. So the main sensor is a 48 megapixel lens, which is pretty good and will offer some sharp images. When holding the phone steady and having not shaky hands, you will get some nice crisp shots. Colors are also fine. They will differentiate though depending on where you are. If you are outside, the sky may be a bit overexposed, and in the dark areas, detail will be a bit lost. However, if you are in the perfect lighting conditions and you have an extremely steady hand, or you're using a DJI Osmo mobile gimbal, not sponsored by the way, then you will get some nice shots. We also have an ultra wide angle, which is I think at 123 degrees, which is a very fun lens, and I'm loving that Samsung added this lens. It really gives a unique perspective. The macro lens I did not test. I hate the macro lens. The depth sensor does nothing. Anyway, let's move on to the battery. So as I was saying before, the phone is quite heavy, but we do have a massive battery coming at 5,000 mAh. That's bigger than my Galaxy S10 Plus. Because the overall device is not that power hungry, because the display is only 720p, then you will get insane numbers at the end of the day. You could be ending the day at like 40-50% depending on how you use your phone. It's genuinely incredible. I'm loving the battery on this phone. A big thumbs up to Samsung for adding a big battery. We also get a power brick in the box. Yes, I have to add that in my videos now. We get a power brick, and we also get a USB cable. It charges by USB-C, by the way. Also, there's no wireless charging. I actually use wireless charging a lot, so this is a problem for me. So performance can be a bit choppy, so for all you social media addicts, this phone will be a bit slow in those tasks. If you are going around the UI and like occasionally checking social media and not going through your feed as fast as your thumbs can go, then yes, this phone will be fine. I recommend this phone for if you are getting a phone for the first time, or if you are going to be getting this for an older person. I actually got this phone for my grandfather, who occasionally checks his phone, goes on Facebook sometimes, and talks to his family and friends abroad, and for him this phone has been perfect and he loves this phone. The processor isn't the fastest out there, so if you are a power user or if you do use your phone quite heavily, then look elsewhere. So yeah, that's been about it. That's the Samsung Galaxy A12 review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did, and make sure to check out my other videos if you haven't already. I'm sure you'll be impressed. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. It's been Saf Ashraf. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.